Hello everybody. Give me just a second. Again, I woke up at 3 a.m. My usual, nothing out of normal, but I felt off, okay? Now, for those of you who are on my channel, I told you exactly where I went when I did the work with the pyramids, okay? And I can keep thinking I'm crazy and shit around my apartment's going crazy, but can you please just watch this, okay? Let's just watch this. This is what I woke up to see. Pay attention to the points he talks about. What points are having earthquakes right now? And then compare it to everything I've told you. I believe it's March 6th. I'm losing track. 3 o'clock in the morning. But I want you guys to pay attention. This is not to panic. Remember, what did they tell us? Separate. We're supposed to separate from it. But I'm sitting here going, this is very real. And when I said this is very real, I just saw 111, by the way. You can look at the video, it'll be 111 when I say that. These are all the earthquakes since I did that on the 3rd.
Everybody, it is 7:31 p.m. Central Time on the 5th of March 2021. It's Friday night here in the United States.
This is just since I did that on the 3rd.
And I hope you're doing well. We are here to talk about seismic events. And of course, if you're not aware of what's been going on in the past day, we are still dealing with the after effects and still dealing
Look at all those, you guys.
the large earthquake activity in the West Pacific.
Sorry, I'm a little close.
Of New Zealand, and you can't even really see New Zealand because of all the earthquake activity here. But zooming in on it, on the north tip of New Zealand, going all the way up into the central Kermadec Island, you're dealing with 6s and 8s. We're an 8.1, and multiple 6s striking in two different locations, 500 or more miles apart. One location off the northeast.
I mean, come on, guys. When are people going to hear me for who I am and what I've done and what's coming? It's not the end of days, but it's the end of ways. Do you see that? Where did I say changes are coming in at? So that is west of the United States.
Now, yesterday it started with a 7.3 earthquake here. Then, a few hours later, about 4 hours later, a 7.4 earthquake struck up here. Then 2 hours after that, the 8.1 struck the big one. Now, since then, multiple 6s have hammered off, going on down to New Zealand again, which just got struck by a new 6.4 earthquake in the last few hours. So big activity is still breaking out between these 2 points.
This is right after I did those pyramids, you guys. None of this was happening before. Now I know why I shattered my solar plexus and didn't want to do it.
Need to invest into the operation a little more. Sorry about that. So 5s going out in a way, spreading out to our.
I hope you guys believe me now.
And 5s spreading out all the way down to Antarctica, meeting into the South Sandwich Islands tip. Additionally, near 5s spreading out across the plate boundary edge over to the east, and near 5s spreading out to the middle point into Peru. Now I'm going to show you this
Peru.
USGS map here again.
One of the pyramids I did.
Hey.
Oops, sorry, commercial.
Okay. I know the last time we talked, you said something about going back to school, right?
Going across the Pacific, look, down here, here, here.
I'll post the video in the
all
links
way
below
down to
too.
the east-southeast tip. This whole thing started to move on a near 5.0 basis in the last day. So something's shifting out and spreading across, obviously. You can see it again there, spreading out today. Over to the west, the same thing's going on.
Look at all
We have
those.
new 5s spread out over to the west across to the Indian Ocean and to the middle point in Sumatra, Indonesia.
Indonesia.
4.9, 4.6, 5.6, and 5.1.
Two of the places I went.
5.1, we're going to go back over to the USGS map again. Over here, on the western tip of the Indo-Australian plain, both sides. So wait a second. here.
You ever seen this
The
before?
distance over to the west and the distance over to the east is about the same, wouldn't you say? Maybe we should look at the globe. It might be a little bit better seen here.
Oh my God.
From this point all the way over the east, and from this point all the way over to the west.
I have been telling you guys, it's the end of ways.
Up to the north, right after the big one last night, all this took place. The Northwest Pacific also
I'm not
moved
crazy.
5.0, 4.6 to 4.9.
I love you all,
Okay,
though.
so in other words, the movement took place, same size, over to here, and up to here. That's a huge area to move in a day. Now, a lot of people are talking about what we're going to watch for, what they're thinking is going to happen. I'm going to issue the new forecast starting right now for the whole planet, and we'll recap the earthquakes as we go along the way over into Europe and over into the United States. So let's start right here where the big activity is. If the activity does not spread out beyond all the way over here at the western tip of Indo-Australia and beyond the eastern tip over here to South America, if it stays centered in this middle point that just got hit by a new 6.5 off the coast of New Zealand in the past 2 hours,
Oh my gosh.
but there's a middle point between these two large areas that are moving that has not broken at all. We've got big earthquakes here, and zooming in on it, look at the spread.
Oh my
as to where
gosh.
it's going. It's like a number 7 shape almost. From here at New Caledonia over to the east and down to the south. It's itself about 300 to 400 miles across. The area that's shifting just here at, again, the central Kermadec. Going down to the south, the area is about 100 miles across, but look, it's a large area that's breaking as well. So we have a large area that's breaking here, and we have a large area that's breaking here. We have deep earthquakes still hammering up on the underside of the plate coming in, so I'm going to issue the warning now for the Kermadecs to be on watch for 7.0 activity to break out where all these rings are overlapping.
Oh
You see how they all
shoot.
overlap there, right? Central Kermadec Island. Watch there for
Poseidon
7.0
was with me
to complete an area
in the last few workshops.
these two spots, which are shifting.
I tried to tell you, in Egypt, this is what would happen. They would flood it. That's kind of the easiest way. That's
To Christchurch with the middle point at Kaikoura, but just a little bit north of Kaikoura, now that we have a 4.1 there yesterday. I'll warn right here at Wellington, but I have to warn really, like I said, everybody from Christchurch all the way
it's
up
very
to the
real.
central part of
I am a very real
New
person.
Zealand. And we should see something in the
What I
near
did was
6.0
very real.
level. So while it should be a 7 here, I think we're dealing with a 6 down here, or near 6. Something noteworthy. If it strikes out the ocean, it won't matter at all. But if it strikes close to land or in Wellington itself, I got a lot of viewers down there. Animatronic lives there. If it's any bigger, if I'm wrong and it's larger, you'll feel it across the whole region. Look, you're one step away from the big break.
I think it's coincidence he said Peru in Indonesia. Come on, you guys, you've been watching me.
We're looking for a break here at the middle point, and we go down to the south. We got another earthquake down here. Then we look at the halfway point around the bend. That's the south part of the North Island, the north part of the South Island.
Started the day I did the last pyramid workshop.
And the time frame's the same. We'll watch for the next week. Hope I'm wrong. But it doesn't look like we are. Look, the spread is taking place all the way up to the west-northwest. Look at the 6.1. So you got a 6.5 down here in New Zealand. You got a 6.1 up here in between all this mess. And in the middle, there's that 8. So it stands to reason that's going to happen. Now, let's go over to the west and look at this giant open silent zone across all of eastern Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, going over to Vanuatu, Solomon Islands. This whole area, it's in, 3,000 miles across. And it's completely silent with no seismic activity at all. Well, we look in the middle of the open area.
Coincidence? I was in Indonesia.
Our first spot for the next 7 days, and the potential to go up to upper 6, just like what's going on down in New Zealand. Look, it's spreading.
Watch the San Andreas fault line.
Well, I do. That's why I'm issuing the warning right now before all the plate boundaries come together. West of Papua New Guinea, east of Indonesia, south of Philippines, right at the junction point. The secondary warning point is Bali in Indonesia. So let me show you these two spots. Right here, it's pretty obvious.
You guys, go back and look where the United States and San Francisco was compared to that.
And we'll watch for upper 6 there. Now let's go back. Haze. Let's see if that's even on the feed. There we go.
I know I'm supposed to
So
separate, but
2 days ago, right at the spot
it is
down
hard to
now,
fathom what I did
large quake was right.
and how there are no coincidences. From the day I did that last workshop, I told you guys I postponed it from the 1st to the 3rd. Ever since then.
The bend of the plate is right here.
And you can watch his video. I'll post the link. And you won't have me interrupting it, but this isn't, I'm not kidding you guys when I've told you the work I've done. This whole entire year. A whole year of work. Straight, non-stop, every moment. There were only a few parts of the earth I healed, remember? This is planned. They know what's coming. It is not the end of the world. They've told me that from day one. So I know not everybody's gonna die. But this shit's real. It is very real. If you don't believe me, look at what I've done. Map it up. Match it up. And please watch the animals. When the animals tell you to go, you go. That's all you gotta watch is the animals, not the news. I gotta get out of where I'm at. I can't stay here anymore. It got real dangerous here yesterday. And I don't feel good here. So I'm getting a little emotional, but I do feel very alone in this. And I know I'm not.
Also strike out here over between our other sets of quakes over here next to long. So if it's 6 on one side, I think it would be like 5 point something on the other. 5.9
Jesus.
on the other. Something about the same size.
This is a lot.
On both sides. Both sides of what? Both sides of this. Equal distribution as energy is going to be traveling out both directions and recombine on the coast of Japan again.
So there's some, oops, the United States was right up there, right up from all of it. I've been doing this work for a while. So this last workshop on the 3rd was not the first one. I did Fiji. Remember, I've been doing this for a moment, and all of these are matching up in the time frame. And there's more expected.
So, I mean, the difference is minuscule once we get between 6.9 and 7.0. The spot to watch, let's actually find the middle point between all our sets of quakes. Okay, now hold on 1 second, because we've got a big line of quakes going along the Izu Ridge up along the coast of Japan. No duh, because of the 7 that struck there last week, but big open silent zone across South Japan now. Kyushu right here. But wait, aren't there erupting volcanoes at these locations? Yes, there are. Let's go over and check the Volcanic Ash Advisory Center and see what's going on in Japan. Well, right here, Suwanese-jima.
Alright, you guys. Probably end it from here, but you can watch the rest of the video. I just woke up and I'm like, I mean, I know they told me to separate, but it's really hard when I'm trying to tell people for a whole year what I've been doing, who I am, what's coming. And I know it doesn't match up exactly with every other light worker, but they've been telling you of the changes coming. A lot of them have been telling you things are going to be exposed. It's not the end of days, but it is the end of ways. We're in this together. We're going to ride it out. And what is left is going to be of higher vibes, period. Yeah. I'll stay keeping you posted. Let's just try to stay separate the best we can, right? It's not easy. But that's what the first thing they told me when I woke up at 3 a.m. I'm like, oh God, this is real. And they're like, separate. I'm like, but everybody thinks I'm crazy. But anywho, yeah, I'll post his video underneath so you can watch it. It's probably very good information. I'm not sure I'm going to watch it all, and I will probably come on later. I will do a live tomorrow. Again, it's uneasy where I'm at. Where I was at was not a good place, and yesterday got really bad for me here. So I'm just doing my best to stay safe and get out of here as soon as possible. I can't live here anymore. So much love to all of you. Bye.